Harry Gant is moving in, and Mark Martin is also closing in on the leader.
Yeah, we're going to have a 4-car race here in a moment. Now, if Shepherd has anything left, he looks in his rearview mirror and sees those fellas moving in. He said, maybe I better go ahead and try to pass Earnhardt.
Everybody is going right up against the wall there between 1 and 2.
Well, if the racetrack was a foot wider, they'd be running a foot higher because they're just desperately trying to find some adhesion, and they keep going up the racetrack. But unfortunately, when as high as they can go, there is nothing else there.
Plus, they're looking into that sun down there. It ain't hard to see where they're going anyway.
Exactly.
Western Auto mechanic of the race has been chosen, and it is Billy Engel, the chief mechanic on Michael Waldrop's crew. And I totally agree with that assessment because he has put that car back together. It's still flapping and banging around out there, but it's running well and still in the lead lap, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he's running 6th. Really, he's doing right well.
Back to the leader, meanwhile, it is still Dale Earnhardt leading Morgan Shepherd and Harry Gant.
The Mark Martin automobile has fallen back, so he's out of the contention for the win, it looks like right now, unless there is a caution play.
We take a look at those that have dropped out of competition. Several eliminated in a multi-car tangle out of turn number 4. The only injury suffered by Neil Bonnet, who was knocked unconscious, is being checked over and given a CAT scan at a local hospital in Florence, South Carolina. We hope that Neil Bonnet is okay.
I understand that when you said Mark Martin dropped back, Benny, that he hit the wall again.
Harry Gant right there in 3rd position. This is the in-car camera now, not the one on his helmet.
No April Fool this time.
Right. What do we got? 27 laps to go. We're on lap 340. There's the difference between the in-car camera and the helmet cam. That thing has worked very well today and really given us a perspective of how things are for a driver.
We saw Harry back off the gas, hit the brakes. He hit the brake with his right foot. A lot of race car drivers use their left foot for the brake, but Harry again went in, used his right foot on the brake.
That does make a great shot coming from his head. You know, we've talked about doing that sometimes in the past with the crew cam, with so many different things that can be done with it. And Richard Brown, a former driver many years ago, made the suggestion to me a month or so ago, said, why don't you folks try? I said, I think that'd be a whale of a shot. I brought it up in one of our production meetings, and
it has.
I think it works good.
It sure has. Harry Gant finished 9th at Atlanta 2 weeks ago and is currently 3rd here at Darlington, and certainly in the contention to win this race. For the rest of the race, and there are 22 more laps to go. The lead is held by the number 3 car of Dale Earnhardt. In 2nd is the 15 of Morgan Shepherd, and 3rd is Harry Gant in car number 33, and that's how close they are. They go to the outside to pass Rusty Wallace, who has struggled throughout this race and is currently in 21st position after being involved in an accident very early on. The top 3 cars. Okay, guys, it's time to pick who's the toughest of the trio here that are battling for the lead.
All right, let me go first. I believe Morgan Shepherd has something left. I believe that he's going to pass Dale Earnhardt if this thing stays green the rest of the way. I think that he's backing up. He'll let his tires cool a little bit. Then he comes back up there on him. I just believe he has something left.
I got to think that Harry Gant, that these guys, I think Morgan Shepherd don't have that much left, and we know that Earnhardt, after a long run, gets worse and worse. We really don't know. Harry Gant is an unknown, so I'll go with Harry Gant.
All right, let's go to Jerry Punch for a prediction.
Well, I got to agree with Ned Jarrett. I think if Morgan Shepherd chews nails and spits razor blades, I believe he's got something left. And while I'm standing here, let me find out if he actually does from Greg Moore. And Greg, you build the motors, you and your brother Darrell. Does Morgan have something left for him?
Yeah, Jerry, I really do think so. Old Motorcraft Thunderbird's pretty tough today. It's got a pretty tough engine in it.
Well, this guy ought to know. He put it together. Let's see who Dick thinks is going to win it here. What do you think, Dick?
Jerry, when Dale Earnhardt is running in the front at the tail end of an auto race, I would never go against him. Right now, there's crash up in the 4th corner. Car sideways up in turn 4.
Oh, and it was right in front of the leaders, too. That's Jack Pennington that spun coming off the 4th corner.
Well, now all of that goes out the window.
Yeah,
Shepherd took the lead, but they probably will make pit stops, and Shepherd's car don't run as fast on new tires.
There's Pennington getting the car headed in the right direction. But the 9th caution flag of the afternoon is out, and it comes on lap 348. 19 laps from the finish of the race. There is Morgan Shepherd, who is now the leader.
Is he going to pit, Bob? What do you say? Oh, he's too late. He's coming in.
Shepherd and Gant and Dale Earnhardt all make pit stops here. Let's go to Jerry Punch.
Morgan Shepherd bringing the Motorcraft 4 down pit road. Not what they wanted to see happen, but they're here anyway, changing all 4 tires. They go to the right side of the car. Morgan Shepherd on the top of your screen. Dale Earnhardt on the bottom. We'll see which crew is going to get this car out first. That may make the biggest difference here. Remember, Shepherd does not have the speed on fresh rubber. Left side tire now on the Earnhardt Goodrich crew. They're on the left side, likewise on the Motorcraft Ford car. They are moving here, trying to change tires. Earnhardt's crew now getting ready to off the jack. Earnhardt off the jack. He is down and away. Shepherd is down and away. Harry Gant now begins to move. So it'll be Earnhardt, Shepherd, then Gant as they head for turn 1.
That is indeed the way they come out of the pits, and Mark Martin accelerating out of the pits, having a very close encounter with Jeff Bodine as he went down off the jacks at the end of pit road.
Yeah, how many positions did Jeff Bodine pick up? He went out in front of a couple of those guys,
Yeah,
didn't he?
sure did. Here comes Bill Elliott out, Ken Schrader moving back onto the racetrack.
I got another monkey wrench to throw in the deal.
Yep.
Davey Allison is now back in the lead lap.
Aha. Okay.
That's right. He was right in front of the leaders when that caution came out.
Let's see how Morgan Shepherd threaded his way through this spin by Jack Pennington.
There's Davey Allison, first car through with the white hood is Davey Allison, the black car. And boy, I tell you what, Dale Earnhardt almost got Richard Petty collected up in that deal.
And here is the angle from our speed shot. Second car up on top of the racetrack.
You can see Pennington's car gets loose, spins around, and the leaders, here they come, bearing down.
And now watch, there goes Morgan Shepherd, and Earnhardt had to go to the high side, and a result of that finds himself in second. Let's go to Dick Bergen with a follow-up on Earnhardt.
Well, Bob, he definitely did make contact in that situation and has knocked out the right front headlight cover. I just talked to Kurt Shelmerdine, who said he is not worried about that at all. If this was a big super speedway, he would be, but for this afternoon, he's not worried at all. And I'll tell you, when Earnhardt's guys finished that pit stop, they knew how well they did. They were like a bunch of football players that just scored a touchdown. They jumped up in the air, threw their arms in the air. They were happy. Jerry?
This is the right rear tire that came off the Motorcraft 4. Now, you saw Morgan Shepherd slam the wall a few laps back, and it was rubbing. Take a look here. The fender well inside the right rear was rubbing this tire, but Morgan Shepherd was still catching Earnhardt. Now, how do you figure that, guys?
Amazing is all I can say. Wonder what he's going to
see the fabric there. The fender had almost rubbed a hole in the tire.
Yeah, he might have been in the pits before too long if that caution had not come out, so maybe it was not such a disadvantage for him anyway. Jeff Bodine came out in second place, fellas, after on that caution pit stop.
An enthusiastic crowd gets up for the restart. Here's lap 351 out of 367. The green back out, and Dale Earnhardt is the leader of the Transouth 500 once again, and Jeff Bodine is running second. Third is Mark Martin. Fourth is Morgan Shepherd, and fifth is Harry Gant as they go down the backstretch. Really pulling out to an advantage.
Well, we understand that Morgan Shepherd might still have a little bit of a right rear tire rub. Not too many laps to go, but Morgan came out in fourth place.
Here's Earnhardt a little squirrely coming out of the second corner down the backstretch.
Mark Martin has just gotten by Kenny Schrader. So he's closed up on the back of the 11 car, Jeff Bodine.
There's Bodine in second position, followed closely by Mark Martin.
I don't think there's enough time for Morgan Shepherd to get his car going.
No.
We've noticed all day it takes 15, 20 laps for his car to really be good. So I don't think there's enough time left for Morgan.
Yeah, I agree with you, Benny. He's back in that traffic. I just don't think that he has enough time left to get up there.
And you know, guys, we didn't complete our predictions. At least I didn't get a chance to predict who was going to win this race, so I will now predict that Dale Earnhardt will win.
Of course. Yeah.